The National Air Traffic Controllers Association President Nick Daniels, he represents nearly 20,000 workers. So here's where we are today in terms of cancellations and delays so far. Within, into, or out of the United States, 3,199 delays, 59 cancellations, which I guess is not too bad. But it's really going to change tomorrow when the reductions in air traffic are going to go into effect at these 40 airports across the country. 4% reduction immediately, then 1% every day until we hit 10%. What's that going to do for the flying public?
Well, it's first of all, I know it's going to be frustrating for the flying public, but air traffic controllers are just as frustrated on the length of this shutdown. What it's caused, how long it's gone on, the issues mount every single day. Secretary Duffy and myself have been warning and saying for 37 consecutive days that when there's an increase in risk in the system, which is your air traffic controllers having to, just be stressed out about putting gas on in their cars, food on the table, not having childcare. These issues are going to mount, and as these issues continue to mount and this drags on, there's only one way to ensure its safety, and that's reduce capacity.
What you were saying there was mirrored by Secretary Duffy earlier today when he said this reduction in air traffic at these 40 airports really is a safety measure. Listen here.
They're working longer hours. They're working more days, and that's some of the pressure that we're seeing on them, and we want to alleviate that pressure before it would become an issue.
We do know that being an air traffic controller is one of the most high-pressure jobs that there is on the planet. How much is this shutdown increasing pressure on individuals?
Well, if there's an American out there that would say, just, tell me or put me in a position where for 37 days, I'm not going to receive pay, and by the way, I don't know when you'll be paid again, and also, you probably won't recoup that money for 2.5 months post the shutdown opening. I think any American would say, yeah, completely understand the pain of what's going on with air traffic controllers. There was a trainee today that before I just left the office to come here, said, I've been evicted. I'm being evicted out of my apartment. I'm supposed to be going to work to train today, but I have 5 days notice to get out of my apartment. And the other air traffic controllers who aren't getting paid are the ones rallying around him right now to try and make sure that his rent's paid so he doesn't have to be evicted.
Yeah, we were talking about this as we were listening to the previous report, and that is that Secretary Duffy keeps saying there's help on the way in terms of the overall air traffic control situation. This was before the shutdown because there are 3,000 trainees who are in the pipeline who sometime in the next year or two will be filtered into the air traffic control system. What is happening with those people besides this one person that you told me about?
Yeah, we share the exact same vision as Secretary Duffy. These are the issues that face America's national airspace today, is having only 10,800 certified controllers where there should be 14,633. But our Oklahoma City Academy is running out of funding. I mean, I commend Secretary Duffy and Administrator Bedford. First shutdown in history, we've been able to keep it open by adjusting funds over there. But that funding is running out. It'll be closing soon. The stress and pressure that's already there is extremely high. Given the government shutdown, they're resigning and quitting before they even get assigned to their facility. And certified controllers are resigning too.
Real quick, how long could this shutdown go on before we truly hit a crisis in air travel?
We've hit a crisis. We had a crisis before the shutdown began. That's why Secretary Duffy and I were so passionate about getting out in front of this, ensuring the hiring and supercharging of air traffic control hiring. Also ensuring and fixing the equipment. This is putting us in an absolute tailspin that we're going to have to assess the damage afterwards and somehow find a way to move it forward once again. But every day that this prolongs is only more issues are going to mount.
Well, we are hopeful that maybe some of the folks across the street are listening to you and get something done about this.
The shutdown needs to end today. Absolutely.
Nick, thank you for coming in.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.